Hey guys, it's Jim. Uh, I'm not going to do a pipe tobacco review today. I'm going to do a cigar tobacco review. Sometimes I like to smoke a cigar in my pipe. Now some people there's some cigars you can fit right in the pipe. I'm smoking right now Maduro. Good cigar. Comes in a nice container. It's glass, I believe. Some cigars fit right in the pipes. These don't. You can see. I'll try to put it in a spool, a Great Dane spool. It doesn't fit, but you could probably cram it in there and then just smoke it. I know some people do that. If it'll fit, that's a good smoke. But there's some smaller pipes or smaller cigars that will fit. Here, I've got some in a bag I bought. Yeah, here's a little Baccarat. This'll fit if I take the plastic off. See, what you do is I'll cut this into thirds or maybe quarters, and it'll fill the bowl. I figure out, how many bits I can cut it into. Here's just a punch. It's not going to fit. So if it doesn't fit, here's a Jams, just a cheaper Dominican. It'll fit just right in there. You just stick it in there and smoke it, cut it into segments. Here's a Maker's Mark cigar. This definitely will not fit. I mean, it's just hopeless. So you just cut it up a little bit. Here's a Macanudo Portofino. It would probably fit if I took it out of the container. The thing with this is, like, say this, I mean, it's not a Cohiba, but the Maduros are good cigars, and if you want to get multiple smokes out of them, I'll just chop off maybe 3/4 of an inch of it and just chop it up, rub it out, and pack my pipe with it, and you get multiple smokes out of a good cigar. And sometimes I'll mix it with a little bit of just one of my general English tobaccos, or maybe if I have just a straight burley, or if I have a burley like this, a Mac Baron burley, I'll just mix a little bit of pipe tobacco in with it just to give it a little bit more of a kick, liven it up a little bit. It's good. It's even good with vanilla cream. You can get a decent cigar that doesn't have doesn't have any kind of casing or anything on it. Just a general good pipe tobacco, like just straight tobacco cigar, and mix it with an aromatic that you like, and it'll remind you of a cigar with a casing. It's good. Or a cigar with a coating if they dip it or they have something. I used to live in Asheville, North Carolina, and there was a local little place. Family of pipe makers. They would always do the street fairs, and they'd hand roll pipes there, and then they would ask you, you could dip them in rum or bourbon or something like that, and they would just dip it or brush it, and it would get nice and wet, and that's good. You can dip the end of the cigar in it. Right now I'm just drinking a little bit of Hennessy, but For those of you that like to smoke cigars but don't want to have to try to tackle something this big, and I chopped bits off of this. I mean, even chopped down, smoking this thing. If you don't want to try to tackle this all at once, just chop it up and pack a bowl with it. Chop off a little bit and load it back up. And for those of you that like cobs, everyone knows that you can dry the hell out of a tobacco, and as long as you smoke this over the course of I'd say a couple weeks, 2 weeks, it's not going to lose too much moisture, or you could keep it in your humidor as you chop it up. I like these Maduros. These are good. And I'm going to have to turn on my air filter here in a second. But, yeah, these Maduros are a nice smoke. They're mellow. They don't bite too hard. Some do, but some cigars do. But the Maduros I like. It's a good flavor. Nice natural sweet. But if you want to try some cigars, like I said, and you're intimidated by the price, you've got some buddies that smoke pipe, and they're also into cigars, and you want to spend, say you want to get a couple Cohibas or something, a really pricey cigar, go in on it with a bunch of buddies and just chop it up and pack some bowls. That way you can all try them. Spread load your costs. Or if anything, you can smoke your cigars the way I do quite often, is I chop them up and smoke them in a pipe. You can get multiple good smokes out of one expensive cigar. Spend anywhere between $10 and $20. Get a Maduro or a Cohiba, and get multiple smokes out of it. The big Cohibas you could probably get a regular bowl like this, and this is a taller spool. They're not all this tall, or this. Actually, this is probably my favorite spool of all that I've got. I really like this particular pipe. If all spools had this clean grain and the tall bowl, here's one. It's not as tall, and the grain isn't as dense, as uniform as this one. Hell, I'd pay an extra $1 if I could get Missouri Meerschaum to hand pick really clean bowls like that for me. But anyway, think about it. I know some people might frown upon it, but as you know, if you've watched my videos, the pipe's a delivery system. A rolled cigar is a delivery system for enjoyment of tobacco. For me, it's all about enjoying the tobacco. I don't care about how it looks. I have some briars, but I prefer the rustic look of a cob. And a well-constructed cob like this, or something like this, Jake Hackert, you know? Who can frown on that? I'm smoking good cigar, good tobacco, in a well-constructed pipe, or like this is growing on me is one of my more preferred pipes. This is a Jake Hackert. You can see it, Hackert USA. One of my preferred custom pipes, antler stem with a vulcanite bit. It's a great smoke. But really, I know a lot of people smoke for image. They don't even enjoy it. But yeah. Throw caution to the wind. Buy a good cigar and chop it to bits and pack a bowl and see if you don't like it. Talk to you guys later.